It's almost the end of the year, people. Crazy how fast everything went. And I wanted to do this episode to talk about on how to reflect about this past year, but also on how to set goals and even if you should set goals or not. I feel like a lot of podcasts, a lot of people on social media will be talking about those things. And before you go with any trends about the next year, I want to reflect a little bit about this year first, and then think about. This episode is sponsored by CaliforniaAvocadosDirect.com, delivering rich, creamy, hand-picked avocados straight from a family farm in Escondido, California, to your door. No middlemen, no mass storage, just farm fresh quality you can taste and trust. Packed with healthy fats, potassium, and fiber, it's the kind of real fuel high performance need, whether you're grinding on the field or recovery from it. Use the code TheAthleticSchool for 10% off of your first box at CaliforniaAvocadosDirect.com. First thing for me is you have to understand that if you don't learn anything from this year, the next year is gonna be just like this one. Not because you're lazy, not because you're not talented, but because reflection, it's how athletes, it's how the great people, the successful people actually grow. We can run from the past. We have to study it. We have to learn from it. So let's stop and look back. You need to be honest with yourself now, because if you lie to yourself, I mean, there's no other way to put it. You're lying to yourself. You're not lying to anyone else. There's no reason why you should be lying to yourself. You have to be honest with yourself. I don't want you to feel sorry for yourself, because I want you to be honest, and I want you to take extreme ownership of the things that happened this year, because that's the only way you can grow next year. So here are a few questions that you can ask yourself, and you can write it down, you can meditate on it. I recommend you writing it down, because I think the answers will help you make things a little bit clearer. First thing is, what did I improve this year? When did I feel strong? What moments showed the real me? Where did I fall short? What moments did I avoid responsibility or taking responsibility? How did I respond to pressure? How did I handle the mistakes that I had? What habits helped me and what habits destroyed me? Remember, you have to be honest. This is Stoicism 101, guys. What happened, happened. The only question is what you learn from it. And if you look at the best coaches in the world, Phil Jackson, Guardiola, Nick Saban, all of these guys, they study this season like a scientist, but not like a victim, right? So maybe you didn't get the results that you wanted to get this year, and that's okay. Like, it is what it is. Let's look back, let's look at patterns, things that happen, why they happen, and that's it. Oh no, but I didn't get this done because I I was hurt. I had a bad breakup. Don't think with a mindset of a victim, think like a scientist. Reflection is not about beating yourself up, it's about becoming dangerous in the right way. I want to give you guys a simple exercise. It's called the 3 selves exercise. Creating the Athletic School has been a long journey. Reaching 100 episodes has taken consistency, grit, and a lot of passion. Having incredible guests share their story has been a true pleasure. But now, I want to ask you for your help. If you haven't already, please follow the show on whatever platform you're listening from. It really helps me a lot. And I promise you this, I'll continue to bring on the best guest speakers I can, and I'll do my very best to share content that helps you grow, not just as an athlete, but as a person on and off the field. I'll study, I will read, and research relentlessly for ways to help you. And I'll share everything I learned right here. Past self, what did you want? What were you afraid of? And what did you learn? And in the present self, what do you need right now? What truth am I avoiding? And then the future self, what kind of athlete will I be proud of becoming? That way, you create clarity, and clarity beats motivation every single day. Because trust me, you won't be motivated every single day. But if you are clear on it, trust me, you will be motivated to do the things every single day. But should you even set goals for next year? And this is where it might get a little bit complicated, but we see a lot of people, oh, you gotta set goals, this and that. But here's the thing: a goal without identity, it's empty. A goal without system, it's useless. And a goal without belief, it's a wish. And I love how James Clear says that you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And then the Stoic says that focus on what you can control, release the rest. And then, I like to say that you win the small moments, win your own battles, your individual battles, and because championships take care of themselves. A great book is, I can't remember the name of the author, but the score takes care of itself. So the real question, it's not about should I set goals. The real question is, who do I need to become next year? If you wanted to set goals, you have to understand that they have to be simple. What's one skill I want to master next year? Not 10, just focus on one. And then think about the athlete that you want to be remembered as. You want to be consistent, you want to be a workhorse, you want to be disciplined, you want to be calm under pressure. What's the perfect athlete looks like? Close your eyes, visualize, and be delusional almost to an extent. Where what does myself look like when I'm in a stage where I'm unstoppable and I'm invincible? And then think about what daily actions will shape that athlete, because that's what matters. It's the habits, it's the systems that you create. You don't control if you're going to get a scholarship, you don't control your playing time, you don't control your coach's opinions, but you don't control opportunities. But you always control your attitude, your training habits, your mindset, your effort, the time that you get to practice, if you get homework done on time, if you are being lazy about it, your response to mistakes, your discipline, your focus. And that's enough to change your entire life. And a lot of mistakes that I see people having and making is setting goals as the next year will change you, but the next year won't make things new. Your actions make you a new person. Your mindset will make you a new person. Your honesty with yourself will make you a new person, a better person, the best version of yourself. Nothing changes unless you change. And here's another very important piece: forgiveness. We are extremely hard on ourselves. And like I said, I don't want you to be sorry for yourself. I don't want you to fall into a trap where you are a victim, but you have to forgive yourself for the mistakes that you made, the pressure that you felt, the days that you didn't show up, the fear, the lack of confidence, the moments that you doubt yourself. And remember, those things are in the past. You can control it, let it go, forgive yourself. It's time to focus on the future, on the present. And Seneca said that every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Let this year end with peace, not regret. Next year, it's not about becoming a new you. It's about becoming a truer you. The version of you that's disciplined, the version of that you believe, the version of you that responds with strength, the version of you that doesn't break after a mistake, the version of you that sees pressure as a privilege, the version of you that understands that winning starts in the mind and so does transformation. You don't need to be perfect next year. You just need to be present, to be consistent, to be honest, and willing to take massive action. That's how you grow. And that's how you transform yourself